During Fertility Awareness Week, a lot of focus is on the woman. So we're doing something today on sperm health and nutrients for sperm health. And you know, one of the most important jobs a man has is to deliver the DNA into the egg. So a lot of these nutrients have been researched to show that it does help with sperm health. So starting with folate, green leafy veg. So if somebody needs to get the right amount of folate into their diet, how much should a man be eating of this?
So I generally like to say having about 4 to 5 portions of dark leafy greens. Really, when you're looking at your plate, you want at least half of it to be making up of vegetables. But I'd say really to get the adequate amount of folate in your kind of body for sperm production, I would also recommend supplementing as well. So the same actually for the females, it's folate about 400 micrograms.
Yeah, and broccoli is really good, isn't it? And broccoli's got fibre in it, so it's very, very good for gut health.
Yeah, exactly. So also the benefit, if you are going to be adding some more dark leafy greens into diet, is they're also all really good sources, like Zita, of fibre. And really important when we're thinking about our gut health. And actually what we found out now is our sperm have their very own microbiome as well, which is amazing. So supporting your gut health is going to also be really important for sperm, as actually the bacteria are going to be interacting with the sperm as well.
Well, we've got the mensieve, haven't we? And that has got the right probiotics.
Yeah.
And so what probiotics in here?
So it's 2 strains of probiotic, Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium, and actually the research, really easy just to swallow whole, mix with cold food or drink. Research is really amazing. After just 3 weeks, able to improve sperm motility by 6-fold. But also, what I think the most fascinating part is DNA fragmentation, because the most important role of the sperm is to deliver the DNA.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of men do have high DNA fragmentation, you know, through lifestyles, through just life, you know. So then looking at other things that are important, we've got our green juice here. So that's a vegetable juice.
Yeah, vegetable juice. So you have your dark leafy greens in here. So we've got kale. We've also got some cucumber, lime. So plenty of antioxidants as well.
Yeah, and that's quite tasty actually.
Yeah,
it looks horrible, but it's quite tasty.
The green
but I often encourage men to, with the vitamin boost, is to put powder into a drink in the morning and just like stir. And that's got, you know, important lycopene and all the ingredients that you need. So then moving on to oils. Oil is really, really important, isn't it? And this is avocado oil, but you know, talk about what oils are good for.
So when we think about oils, I think some people shy away from oils a bit. I think sometimes in the media there's a bit of controversy over whether oils are good or not. But generally, when we're looking at oils, we want to avoid kind of animal oils, as they're going to be high in saturated fats, which is very inflammatory, and opt for plant-based oils. So things like avocado oil, rapeseed oil. I can even get walnut oil as well. So really good for cooking with, using
the
as a salad
avocado is
dressing.
particularly good for cooking with.
Yeah, definitely. Really good source of healthy fats, so are unsaturated fats, and really important for being anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And along with oil, there's oily fish, so sardines, and I like the wild salmon. That's good as well, because it helps with the cell membranes, doesn't it, of the sperm cell, and it helps with inflammation, and it also helps with immune. So really,
lots
really
of benefits. So generally with oily fish, you want to be doing at least 2 portions per week, which I think probably most people. I guess you don't want to assume anything, but so that's things like salmon, sardines, herring, mackerel, all of these are really important. And then if you don't have fish, if you either dietary reasons, preference-wise, Vital DHA is a really good place
omega-3 oils. Women and men often are concerned now about fish and contamination, but this has all been
all being molecularly distilled, which means there's not going to be any pollutants in, and no vitamin A as well.
Okay. And then moving on to nuts. Nuts are brilliant. So Brazil nuts have got a lot of selenium in.
2 Brazil nuts a day actually provide you with your recommended intake of selenium.
That's incredible.
So just 2.
Can they have chocolate on them? No.
You can. I say just go with the whole selenium. So I actually just have a jar in my kitchen. When I'm having my breakfast, I just grab 2 Brazil nuts. and that gives my selenium. And really important selenium because it actually helps in the formation of sperm. So.
Yes, no, absolutely. And then we've got walnuts, like little brains, and again, these are rich in fats as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, good for sperm health. And there's more and more studies, aren't there, in terms of nuts that show that it can help.
Yeah.
The research is there.
Yeah, so one of my favourite studies that I will always reference is a group of males carried on their normal Western diet, no other changes, but they added in 60 grams of nuts, 30 grams of walnuts, 15 grams of hazelnuts and 15 grams of almonds, and they actually were able to improve their sperm motility and morphology.
Don't tell them that because they won't eat any of this.
Yeah, it has to be a mix of everything.
Yeah,
but
it's everything. All of this needs to be. And then you've got tomatoes.
Yes.
And when they're cooked, they release lycopene, which is really good for sperm health, isn't it?
Really good antioxidant. My tip for you is to pair your lycopene sources, so tomato, with a fat source, so like olive oil, as that will actually increase the absorption of the lycopene.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. And also, what our nutritionists do is recommend tomato paste as well, which is a really good form of lycopene. Yeah. Then we've got our beetroot.
Yes. Really good for a really good source of nitrate, beetroot. So actually really helpful for both male and female fertility.
Yeah, as is avocado. That's good oils, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, healthy fats with the avocado as well. So I'd say half an avocado a day, perfect.
And that gives you
really good kind of source of fat and also fibre as well. In avocado.
Which is really important. Got vitamin D, and again, this can be found in oily fish, but it's hard to get the amount that you need.
Yeah.
And vitamin D is so important for male and female fertility, and there are vitamin D receptors on the sperm and on the eggs.
And the egg as well.
And especially as we're going through winter now, it's good to take 2 or 3 sprays a day, just under the tongue.
No, for everyone, even if you're not thinking about fertility, just general recommendations for vitamin D supplements.
Zinc is an essential mineral, and it has a huge role to play in sperm health, doesn't it? It's linked to hormones like testosterone. So what is rich in zinc?
Sources of zinc include things like chickpeas, lentils, nuts and seeds. So pumpkin seeds is a really good example.
Yep, meat.
Yes,
again. And, zinc is also linked to hormones such as testosterone. So it's easy to see how zinc can be depleted from the body. So if somebody smokes, a man smokes, he's going to be depleted of zinc. Heavy exercise, marathons and things like that, because it's going to affect testosterone levels. Drinking alcohol, hot saunas, all of that are going to have an impact on nutrients and on sperm health. If you want to find out more, there is a blog which talks about food, and also it talks about the products as well that are suitable for male fertility.